We're back at Six Flags Darien Lake for the 5th year in a row. Hey everybody, it's Paul, 125 Roller Coaster Challenge. We're here at our yearly trek to Six Flags Darien Lake. Now guys, it's going to look a little yellow today, all right? And I'm going to tell you, it's not my color balance. It's actually a gift from Canada. Yet again, another summer, another thing of wildfires that good old Canada gives to New York here. So if you're looking around and it's like, man, this looks a little bit yellow, what's going on? It's actually not a video issue. It is a air quality issue today. So because of that, I'm not going to be here too long here, but I've been spending the last week in Buffalo. Ari, who is the inspiration for this channel, has fallen ill, and I was up with her for a bit there to help take care of her. So I'll be up at Darien Lake a few more times this year, I think. But the big thing for me today is to get on Mind Eraser, because last year I wasn't able to get on Mind Eraser, so that should be number 29. And then Hurricane Harbor, guys, we're trying to get water slides, so I'm going to hit some water slides. But if you're not familiar with Darien Lake, you know what? I think it's time to give you a little bit of a montage. So I hope you like that montage here. We're here in the main area where there's the Emporium and stuff. I'm a huge fan of Darien Lake. I've been coming here for 5 years. And today, because of the Diamond League VIP, I'm also going to be enjoying the dry park and then also the water park today. So we have what we like to call the roller skate rule. And what the roller skate rule is simply, you get the credits that you need. So I'm heading right to Mind Eraser first, because last year it opened up with the new restraints and all that stuff, but I was not able to get on it. So that would be a new credit for this year. Let me brighten this up a little bit here. Again, like I said, there's a yellow hue here today because of the air quality, thanks to Canada. But after that, I got 4 front of the line passes, so I'll probably jump on moto coasters, one I want to hit. And I always want to get on Predator because they've been improving that every time. But the crowds are pretty decent today, considering it's a Wednesday and also the air quality is not great. Right there's their kids section there, the Beaver Brothers, which is fantastic. There's Shipwreck Falls. But we're heading all the way to the back of the park to get on Mind Eraser. So I'll check in a second. All right, so right here is one of my favorite flat rides called Corn Popper. I love this one a lot. We used to have Apollo over at 20 Park. They got rid of that, but they still have this classic Huff ride here, Corn Popper. And then over here, the one thing about Mind Eraser is it is very much on an island by itself. I think at one point they used to have a canyon ride back here, but it's literally on an island by itself. I'll be curious to see if I need to use my front of line passes or not. But this is like the first thing you see when you come into the park. Right here's Tantrum. Tantrum's great, but I've already done Tantrum. So here is Mind Eraser, and there is Hoot and Holler. Maybe I'll see if I can sneak on there. Like I was able to get Wilderness Run this year, so who knows if I'll be able to get Hoot and Holler. But the ride of the week right here is Mind Eraser, and there it is. So I got my relief band because I have a feeling that this is going to be a headbanger no matter what. All right, our 29th coaster of the year is Mind Eraser. Last year we did not catch this one, and to be honest with you, Professor Screamore is a lot better than this one. So the trains are great. The trains are great. There's no headbanging at all. But the problem is the rattle of the track is just simply brutal. I had the relief band up at 5, and it was barely able to function it here. So I'm going to step back a little bit here, there, and let you guys watch it with through here. It seems, I don't think it's a different track layout, but it seems it's hard to believe this is the same kind of track that they have with Sea Serpent over at Maurice Piers. It's just night and day. But yeah, we got it. It's number 29. We kicked all these in the park before, but like I said, it's an improvement because you don't have the headbanging, but it's not much of an improvement because it is a B&M rattle on a Vekoma. So it's still pretty brutal there, and I'm getting up there in age, so this might be this might be my last ride on this thing. The one thing I definitely do hate about these is the fact that there's no, if it gets stuck, you gotta get a cherry picker. But let's watch it go through real quick here. It just reached the top. Boom. I mean, it's got a good drop, it's got a good layout. It's just the track work definitely needs to be much better. So here comes the drop. Now, I'm not sure if these were the trains from Six Flags America or not, but all in all, the track is just very janky. So, all right, I'm going to head off to another part of the park. So there's a credit I will never get. My grandkid could probably get it, but I can't. But that's Hoot and Holler, which is for kids only, no adults at all. So that's always a bummer. And right in front of me here is Ring of Fire. And right there is Viper. And you know what? Last year, I went to go on it, and it wasn't a great ride. So I have 4 front of the line passes here. There's really no lines. So I got here at 1:30. It's already 2 o'clock. I already knocked out Mind Eraser. So I think I'm going to go give Viper some love on that end there. So you know what? Let's show you all the different food options that you can eat at here at Darien Lake. Alright, so I just got off Viper, and I don't know if it's better or not, mainly because I just got off of Mind Eraser. So after Mind Eraser, this was very smooth. Mind Eraser had that continuous rattle, but Viper wasn't bad. And of course, if you know how to ride it, lean forward on the restraints. But I always have to, when I'm in the back of this park, always got to show you what I think is one of the best rides ever. Moose on the Loose, people. This is Moose on the Loose. As you can tell, it's just a bouncy thing. The whole concept of this is just fantastic. But there goes Viper heading up the hill there. But you just gotta love Moose on the Loose there. Camp Moose. And the only other one of these I've ever seen was over at Dollywood. So, but that's Moose on the Loose. It's just such a fun concept. There's only kids on it right now, but the reality is anybody can ride this thing, and it's a lot of fun. So, so with that being said, I'm going to head over to Moto Coaster and get myself a I think it was a 250th coaster overall. But if you're looking, Viper was not that bad this year as it was last year, but yet again, that could be just because of Mind Eraser. All right, so that's where the hockey game used to be, which I always liked that hockey game because it's kind of unique there. They have the tower power going there, the drop tower, but we're heading all the way over to the other side of the lake there to get on Moto Coaster. I want to make sure it's going because not all the coasters are going, not all the rides are going. Yet again, it is a Wednesday, and also, I don't know if you can see it now, it's clearing up a little bit, but the air quality here has been pretty brutal with the yellow hue ash thing coming through. But I can't blame Darien Lake there, you can actually blame Canada. One of my nightmares is right there though. You see the Sky Flyer is like at the top. Now there's nobody on it, so they probably just put it there so nobody jumps on it and all that kind of stuff there, but that's always a nightmare for me. And then over here, this is one of my favorite things with the Pirate going over the lake, so that's kind of nice. But there's the bumper cars and stuff like that, but heading all the way over to this side quick to jump on Moto Coaster before I turn around, head towards Superman and Predator. and then after that, jump on the water park here. So, but right there is Moto Coaster. It was our 250th coaster, and right next to it is actually Boomerang, one of the Vekoma boomerangs. So, this park has always been a kind of a nice one for us. It was a big deal when me and Ari came here for the first time. Here comes Viper, so you might as well see. This actually was not brutal at all, so I was kind of shocked about that because that's always the worst part on these old arrows. But all in all, yeah, this park has always been special to us, even before Ari decided to move to the Buffalo area and stuff like that. So, and the way Ari is currently, I'm not going to get into details, but she's got a long road ahead for recovery. So hopefully over time we'll be able to come here a few more times, and she'll join me on Predator and all those again. So she's a strong kid, so I'm glad she's in capable hands over here in Buffalo. But all in all, beautiful park, and might be a park I see a lot more. All right, so I wandered over to Moto Coaster, but that is currently down, which is quite a bummer. This is one of my favorite things over here. And there's the Sky Flyers down too. Moto Coaster may be back up. I'll check on that a little bit later. Here's Feed the Ducks. I always love this. You got their turn thing here, but they really don't take change, so you can just turn it and get it. But Feed the Ducks. And if you're familiar, this is where the giant Ferris wheel was for years, right here, right near the anchor bar. So, but I'm heading over towards Predator, and I've heard rumors that Predator and also Superman aren't going. So that would be a huge letdown. But the key at this point was I've already got those credits, and I've already got them from last year, so they don't really count for this year. So the one I definitely need to get on, because Boomerang's going, but yeah, Boomerang's Boomerang. The one I definitely need to get on today was Mind Eraser. So that has been knocked out. So it's about, I got here at 1:30, it's now 2:30. So at this point, if Predator's not going or Superman's not going, I'm going to jump in and go right into the water park. So we'll let you know as I get closer and closer to Predator and Superman. All right, so Predator's down, but Superman is going. You can see it going up the lift hill right now. So I will jump on Superman here, but I am a little bummed about Predator because every year they're retracking, and it was getting better and better and better every year. So, Moto Coasters always want to get on here. Predators want to get on here. So the fact that Predator is down kind of sucks, but you know what? I can at least get on Superman. All right, just got off Superman, and you know what? I think those trains are actually Six Flags America. They look pretty shiny and new there, so that's exciting that some Six Flags America is living off not just at Great Adventure, but definitely also here at Darien Lake. So I am done with the dry park, and I am going to head to the water park, because if you've been following our channel, yes, we are the 125 roller coaster challenge, but you know what else we are? The 125 water slide challenge this year. And we are currently at I think 34 or so. I have to double check that. But here I'm going to jump on every water slide we can. Now, here's the rules. So they can't be part of a splash tower. All right. So if it's a splash pad or anything like that, the slides don't count. If it's a mat racer, it only counts as one. So I can't do all 6 mat racers and stuff like that. And then also the giant ones where you can't go solo, I don't count those unless they let me in there, just because of the fact that I usually go solo to these parks. So right here it is, the entrance. I always like this because it's pretty much right at the main gate there. It's Hurricane Harbor there. So you know what? If you haven't been to Darien Lake's Hurricane Harbor, I think it's time for us to show you all about it. So why don't you check out this montage right about now. Right, so I've been here for about an hour here, and the only ones we were able to get on at this point are the drop towers right here, rain drains. I did the blue one first, and then I ran back up there and did the second one there. Now, the reason why they're the only ones that we can really do here is because if you look over here, this is Tornado, and Tornado is 2 to 4 riders, so I wasn't able to do that. And there's another one I'll show you later called Wahoo River, I think, or something like that, and that one was also. So the first 2 slides that we saw, we weren't able to do, but we were able to jump on the rain drain, and now I'm looking on getting on these 4 right here, Mr. Twister, Cannonball Run, Turbo Twist 1, and Turbo Twist 2. So these are going to be the next 4 that I'm going to do. All right, it's been about an hour later, and this is Swirl City, and this is the basically the raft tower that they have here. They only have one, and it's 4 separate slides here. You've got Turbo Twin 1, Turbo Twin 2 right there. You've got Mr. Twister, which was kind of a unique one there, and the Cannonball Run, which is a typical toilet bowl there. So people come flying out Mr. Twister, which was kind of my favorite one, was Mr. Twister, and then actually Turbo Twin 2 was really good there too. And then I have to go to Cannonball Run, and then also Turbo Twin 1. So that's basically how that order came through. But all in all, it's a nice little slide tower and stuff like that. I highly recommend it, but like I said, the lines were pretty high, even though there's not a big crowd, mainly because there wasn't much else to do here. So you go to the far side of Hurricane Harbor, you got rain drain, and then you got these towers right here. So this is your best bet if you like raft rides. But there are a few more, I think there's a mat ride I need to do, and then I'll be done for the day. So, yeah, people coming through Mr. Twister pretty quick. See if any other ones pop through here real quick. But the operations are a little slow. It took me an hour to go on 4 slides. All right, everyone. So it took me about 2 hours to knock out everything here. So I figured at this point, make this video a little bit longer. Let me show you a little bit more of the water park here. So this is the back of the water park. Right there's the parking lot and stuff like that. And this is Tornado right here. So it's a typical vortex there. And that one I wasn't able to ride. So that one did not count because reality is you need, it's the Clovers, the 4-hole rafts there. So that one didn't work out there. So, but coming over here, this is pretty much where the majority of their slide towers are here. And this one's Brain Drain. I did this was number 33, 34. It's funny though, because after I did the purple, 2 more people went down and then it was closed. So I was looking to get both of these slides here. But this was 33 and 34, which were pretty standard. The floor drops out, you go boom. Over here, this is like the raft tower here. So they have 4 different ones here. You know, pretty much, it's one line though, so it's kind of weird. And it was a challenge to get the 4th one because so many people were, you know, you get in there and you're like, okay, I gotta wait for that one. And once I had to wait twice was kind of weird. Now, one of the things I really like about this Hurricane Harbor is their water lazy river here. Rumor has it that it's heated. Now, we didn't need that today, this time of year in July, but it's got, it is fairly lazy though. There's not many waterfalls and stuff like that, so. But when you head over this way, we're gonna go this way here because I'm gonna show you guys a few other things. But with that slide tower, the raft tower, I was able to get a lot of, you know, 4 more slides there, and got me to 38. And then over here in the distance, you're gonna see what they call Rip Curl Racer. And Rip Curl Racer at this point there, that it's a mat slide, so we're there. I did the orange one. There's really no change to them, so we don't really do much on that front. But the one thing I do like about the lazy river is they do have an island there where people can rent out cabanas and stuff. Like I said, if it's a heated island, I'm very impressed with it. So now the neat thing about this is you can see a Mind Racer in the background. The Rip Curl Racers literally goes right along the entrance. So that hugs the entrance pretty much. But when we head over that way, let me show you that way. The best thing about this park is Hurricane Harbor is the splash pad. They do have one of the best splash pads that I've seen in a long time. And it's really big actually. So it's called Hooks Lagoon. Make it a little bit darker here for you. And if you're watching, now they do have slides here, but when it's a splash pad, we do not count these slides. So I think it's too easy to run up the score. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, I just don't think it's right. So we're at 39 at the end of this, but this is one of the better ones here because this is a nice little jungle area here. But what you also have here is, right there's the mat racer right there. But what you have there, you have a bridge and it connects. So it's like 2 different pools, which is really nice. And this is probably the highlight attraction of this Hurricane Harbor. Because the wood structure basically goes to all 3 of the pools. And there's actually like another little alcove too. So we'll show you all that. But this is the heart. This is what makes Hurricane Harbor what it is here at Darien Lake. So you got a bridge there. You can't go into the bridge, which kind of sucks, but it goes way back over there and stuff like that. So this is kind of the centerpiece of Hurricane Harbor, because let's be honest, slide-wise, not quite as impressive as you would want. And then let me show you the one other area too that we kind of skipped. I went there originally and then I kind of walked away from it. So, but show you the splash pad as I head towards the exit here. Now over here they have a wave pool, because of course they always have to have a wave pool. Every park has it. I always like Scallywags. That's a good place to grab food. I'm going to cut over this way, and this takes you to the main park, but we're looking to actually show you. So let me pause it for a second and then get you to the next section. All right, so over here, this is the main entrance. Right there's the lockers and stuff, but this is called the Big Kahuna, and I've been coming here for 5 years, as we've been saying, and this has not been operational since I've been coming here. Now this looks like, to me, it kind of looks like Aqua Blast over at Dorney Park, where you had the big rafts that go back and forth and you splash down here, but that hasn't been going at all since I've been coming here. So I didn't really expect to get that. However, I am a little bummed because you saw a tornado, and most parks only have right there's a tornado right in front of us, and most parks only have you know, one ride that you can't really go on unless you have 2 or 4 people. You can't have 3, it's either 2 or 4. So if you come with an odd number of friends, somebody's riding twice or somebody's not riding. But over here is Wahoo Wave, which is their newest attraction, and yeah, it was quite a bummer that that wasn't operational. So, but that is the water park here so far. All right, so we're in the heart of the boardwalk section here. There's Predator, and over here's the merry-go-round and all that kind of stuff here. Viper's going in the background, and yep, I am getting ready to head on out, because the reality is we did everything we really wanted to do today. Right here's the Emporium. The main thing for me to come here today was to knock out the water slides, which we did. We knocked them all out. You know, there was less, kind of like Hershey Park, there was less than we thought there was with Hurricane Harbor, but yet again, you know, the splash pad is their central hub there. And we knocked out all the water slides we did. We did the raft slides, we did the drop tower, and we did the mat slides. So that was 2 with the drop towers, because there were 2 separate ones. And then we also knocked out the 4 rafts and then the mat ride. So we got those. And then the other thing too was we needed to get Mind Eraser. So we got that correct. Well, we got to ride it for this year. So that gives us 29 of those, and we're at 39 water slides. So we're on our way to 125 for both, and we probably will be back here at Darien Lake later on this year, just because of the fact that I'll be visiting the area a lot more. So Canada's Wonderland's on the drop too. So let me know in the comment section what you love about Darien Lake or what you don't like about Darien Lake. And guys, can't wait to see you in the queue in 2026.